It was one of those evenings where everything felt painfully ordinary. The sky outside my window was fading into that deep shade of gray, the kind that makes you feel like the world is holding its breath. I remember setting down my bag after work, kicking off my shoes and thinking about nothing more than what I was going to eat for dinner. Then, like I always did, I went to check the mailbox. Bills, flyers, coupons, the usual junk that fills our lives with noise. But mixed in with all of that, there was something different. An envelope. At first glance, it didn't look special. Just old, a little yellow around the edges like it had been sitting somewhere for too long. But when I picked it up, I noticed my name on it. Not printed, not typed, written. In handwriting that felt familiar. Too familiar. I stood there longer than I should have, staring at it under the dull porch light. No return address. No stamp. Which made no sense. How had it even gotten here? I carried it inside, sat down at the kitchen table, and placed it in front of me like it was alive. For a while, I just stared at it. My name looked strange in that handwriting, as if it belonged to another life. Finally, with shaky fingers, I opened it. Inside was a single piece of paper. No paragraphs. No greeting. Just one sentence, written in sharp, deliberate strokes. "I know what you did." I felt my chest tighten. The words were so simple, but the weight of them, it was crushing. I read them again and again, trying to understand. At first, I laughed nervously. It had to be a prank, some mistake. But deep down, something in me knew it wasn't. Because the moment I read it, memories I had buried long ago started to stir. I set the letter down and stared at it from across the table, like distance might make it less threatening. But those words burned into me. What did they mean? What did I do? And who would send this to me? I grabbed the envelope again, searching every inch. No postmark. No fingerprints. No clues. It was too clean. Almost intentional. I flipped the paper over, hoping for more. At first it looked blank. But then I noticed something faint, an impression like the writer had pressed down hard with their pen. I held it up to the light, squinting, turning it slowly. And there it was. Faint but unmistakable. A name. A name I hadn't spoken in years. A name I never wanted to hear again. My throat went dry. I whispered it out loud, barely able to say it. And then, 3 knocks. Slow. Heavy. Echoing through the quiet of the night. I froze. The paper slipped from my hand. Someone was at the door. And in that moment, I knew this letter wasn't just a message. It was the beginning of something I wasn't ready for. Something that would change everything.